Number 1. Brazil, land of paradoxes. Brazil is the largest country in South America, covering over 8.5 million square kilometers, nearly half the continent. This size places it fifth in the world by area, after Russia, Canada, China, and the United States. Its borders, stretching over 16,000 kilometers, border 9 of the 12 South American countries, excluding Chile and Ecuador, meaning Brazil virtually covers the rest of the continent. The name Brazil originates from the pau-brasil tree, a type of redwood heavily exploited by the Portuguese from the 16th century for export to Europe. The word Brazil in Portuguese means bright red, describing the color of the wood when sanded. Initially a name for a commodity, it later became the country's name, reflecting the connection between its natural resources and history. Biologically, Brazil is considered one of the most biodiverse countries in the world. The Amazon rainforest alone occupies a large portion of its territory and contains approximately 15 to 20% of the world's total biodiversity. Scientists have documented over 50,000 plant species and 125,000 animal species, many of which are endemic, such as the jaguar, the yellow-green parrot, and the Amazon electric fish. It is also home to many dangerous species like piranhas, anacondas, and the poisonous frog Phyllobates terribilis, adding to the mystery and ruggedness of this tropical rainforest. Brazil is also a football powerhouse, with its national team winning the World Cup 5 times in 1958, 1962, 1970, 1994, and 2002. Pelé remains the only player in history to lift the trophy 3 times, becoming an icon of the Samba nation. An interesting statistic is that Brazil has never beaten Norway in any of their encounters. Besides football, Brazil has also been the world's leading coffee producer for over 150 years. This country accounts for approximately 30.8% of global production, equivalent to 39 to 41 million bags per year, primarily Arabica, which makes up 70 to 75%. In Brazil, the cafezinho, meaning tiny cup of coffee, is ubiquitous as a symbol of hospitality, and refusing an offer of a cafezinho is sometimes considered impolite. Number 2. Who is the most mysterious tribe in Brazil? In the vast Amazon rainforest of Brazil, there are still human communities that live completely isolated from the modern world. They do not know about money, electricity, or the internet, but their way of life has made the whole world curious because they are considered rare societies that maintain the same rhythm of life as thousands of years ago. The Flecheiros, or Arrowers, are one of the most mysterious tribes in the Amazon. They hide in the Vale do Javari forest, which covers more than 85,000 km², almost the size of the U.S. state of South Carolina, with a population of only 50 to 100 people. According to FUNAI, anyone who enters their territory is almost certain to die because the arrows are poisoned with curare, which can kill a victim in just a few minutes. Rumors of cannibalism have not been proven, but the tribe's silence has allowed the story to spread. The Flecheiros do not know what Brazil is, do not know that humans have been to the moon, and their language has never been heard. Some experts believe their language may contain structures never before recorded in any other living language. Not far away, along the Maichi River, the Pirahã tribe maintains a remarkably primitive way of life. Their language does not use numbers, but only concepts of degree such as little, much, or just enough. The Pirahã do not use past or future tenses, they do not tell legends, and they do not tell stories. They are concerned only with the present. Their hunting and fishing is limited to the day's supply, and surplus food is shared. Some researchers believe they are able to communicate in whistle-like tones in many situations, creating a language system unique in the world. In another remote area are the Corubo, a group often considered the most feared in Brazil. They are known as the head beaters because they use wooden sticks that weigh nearly half their body weight. The Corubo are seasonally nomadic people, living in small groups of 20 to 30, wearing no clothing and having very limited contact with the outside world. They are fiercely protective of their territory and are considered a threat to outsiders. Some reports say they are able to move silently through the jungle, leaving almost no trace, making approaching them extremely dangerous. Today, Brazil still has more than 300 indigenous communities, many of which have never had contact with the modern world. The government has a no-contact policy to protect them from disease and preserve their culture, and many areas are monitored by satellite to prevent illegal mining that threatens their existence. Number 3. Why do Brazilian women always stand out? Brazilian women are recognized by the world through their attractive, strong, and vibrant image. Their beauty is the result of a blend of Europeans, Africans, and South American natives, creating a radiant brown skin, naturally thick curly hair, deep eyes, and a healthy body. Their clear curves, full buttocks, and bright smiles make them different in the eyes of international friends. Many fashion photographers call this beauty the charm of nature, where a healthy body is honored more than any makeup. Brazil holds a prominent position on the world beauty map with 5 major titles, including 2 Miss Universe in 1963 and 1968, 2 Miss Earth in 2004 and 2009, and 1 Miss World in 1971. Here, curves are considered a typical beauty standard and a source of pride for Brazilian women. A full butt, slim waist, and toned legs are seen as a symbol of health and fertility. Brazilian women believe in their own beauty, and that belief makes them stand out. Brazil is always at the top of international beauty rankings. Many cultural experts also believe that the confidence of Brazilian women has a strong impact on the global fashion and bikini industry. The Miss Bum Bum contest, or Miss Butt, was created to honor the natural beauty of the butt, a unique cultural symbol of Brazil. This is a contest that represents the concept that beauty must go hand in hand with health and confidence. Brazilian women maintain their figure by exercising regularly, and squats are the main method. Brazil is also in the top 3 countries with the highest number of buttock augmentation surgeries, demonstrating the concern for body image. Many gyms in São Paulo even have specialized butt training classes that attract thousands of students each year. In beauty culture, weekly manicures are a common practice and a sign of personal care. Full body waxing and cosmetic bleaching are standards of cleanliness and sophistication, reflecting the idea that the body should be respected. Brazilians see body care as part of personal dignity. Some large cities even have mobile beauty services that operate late into the night to meet women's needs. In love, Brazilian women demonstrate independence and clear boundaries. They love wholeheartedly but always protect their personal freedom. Many choose to marry foreigners if they receive respect for their individuality and autonomy. Their emotional confidence often makes Brazilian women described as people who never lose their self-worth, no matter what relationship they are in. Number 4. When the Bible meets aliens. Few people know that Brazil is home to religions that combine the Bible, extraterrestrial beings, and hallucinatory rituals. One of these is Vale do Amanhecer, or the Valley of Dawn, founded in 1969 by Neva Chaves Zelaya, a former taxi driver in Brasilia. She claimed to have received messages from cosmic entities and been chosen as a connector between humanity and the forces of light. This religion blends Catholicism, mysticism, and extraterrestrial mythology, creating an ideology almost unlike any other. Many scholars call it one of the strangest syncretic religious movements of the 20th century. According to Vale do Amanhecer doctrine, humans are descendants of ancient extraterrestrial civilizations. Each individual possesses a star energy flame representing a soul connected to the universe. Followers believe this flame can be awakened through prayer, meditation, and community service. During the ceremony, they wear vibrant robes in a style that blends ancient Egyptian, Christian, and science fiction elements. They move in synchronized sequences of movements to cleanse negative energy. Today, the movement has over 800,000 followers, and the main temple near Brasilia is considered a surreal religious site. Many tourists say they feel like they are stepping into the setting of a science fiction movie when they visit. Similar movements exist in the United States, with the Etheria Society being the most well-known. Besides Vale do Amanhecer, Santo Daime is another unique religious movement that allows followers to drink hallucinogenic tea during rituals. This religion was founded in the 1930s by Raimundo Irineu Serra, who claimed to have met the Virgin Mary in the Amazon rainforest and received a sacred formula. Santo Daime tea is brewed from chacruna leaves and ayahuasca vines, 2 ingredients containing potent hallucinogenic compounds that give drinkers the feeling of encountering deities. Ceremonies take place in candlelight, accompanied by drumming and repeated hymns lasting for hours. Santo Daime is legally recognized in Brazil, although the drink is banned in many countries. Today, the movement has spread to over 20 countries and attracts the attention of researchers and those seeking profound spiritual experiences. Some centers in Europe even organize inner journey courses based on Santo Daime rituals, attracting many young people. Number 5. Unbelievable culture shocks. Did you know that in Brazil, kissing is not always associated with love? Cheek kissing is a familiar greeting and is considered a way to create friendliness. Depending on the region, Brazilians may kiss one or both cheeks when meeting friends or colleagues. This kiss is not romantic but shows closeness. Some big cities even have an unwritten convention on the order of kisses to avoid confusion. The trend of looking at each other for 5 seconds then kissing once went viral on TikTok and is said to have originated in Rio de Janeiro, but in reality it is just a joke. Brazilians do not kiss strangers randomly, but only when both parties are comfortable. Many sociologists believe that the habit of kissing on the cheek reflects a communication culture that prioritizes body language and direct connection. Brazilians' communication distance is very close, about 40 to 50 centimeters. When chatting, they may lightly touch the shoulder or hand to show interest. This is not considered invasive but a natural way to interact. They speak quickly, loudly, and with emotion, sometimes making visitors think they are arguing. They are also very direct. They may say you look tired or have gained weight, and this is seen as sincerity. Researchers say this directness stems from the Latino culture that values emotion. In Bahia, a region with a strong Afro-Brazilian influence, funerals are sometimes a ceremony filled with music and samba. People believe that death is a journey for the soul to return to its ancestors. During the Boa Morte ceremony, women dress in white, sing and dance to say goodbye to the deceased. Instead of black and silence like in the West, they use song to say goodbye. Visitors often describe this ceremony as a party of lights, where sadness turns into a celebration of life. As for motel, in Brazil it is not a place to stay overnight but a private space for couples. They rent by the hour and are furnished with round beds, ceiling mirrors, colored lights, bathtubs, and private garages. Some even have themes like jungles, Hollywood, or spaceships. Many offer costumes and role-playing props, which are completely legal and discreet. Brazilians see sex as natural as long as it is respectful. Many psychologists believe that the motel system thrives because it provides a safe space for couples in crowded cities. Do you know any other culture shocks in Brazil? Share them below so everyone can discover them. Number 6. Rocinha, Brazil's largest slum. Brazil is the largest economy in Latin America, but it is also among the most unequal countries in the world. According to World Bank data, the richest 1% earn more than 30 times the combined wealth of the poorest half of the population. They hold over 55% of the nation's total wealth, while the poorest 50% own less than 1%. This enormous gap makes Brazil a prime example of a rapidly growing economy with incredibly slow distribution of benefits. In Rio de Janeiro, the stark contrast between rich and poor is evident at a glance. Beneath the modern skyscrapers of Lebanon lies Rocinha, Brazil's largest slum, home to over 100,000 residents. In the same city, life expectancy in Lebanon is 2 decades higher than in Rocinha. One boasts beautiful beaches, private hospitals, and high-rise apartments. On the other side are houses built on top of each other on steep hillsides and alleyways so narrow that 2 people have to lean sideways to pass each other. When the rainy season begins, Rocinha often faces flash floods and landslides, bringing with them mud and debris. Despite this, life here remains vibrant. You hear music, see barbershops, murals, and small shops that reflect the resilient rhythm of the community. Rocinha was once a hotspot for crime and drugs. However, in recent years, social projects, art classes, and community security programs have helped transform the area. Many community tours take visitors through the winding alleyways to visit art studios, schools, and local eateries. A portion of the profits from these tours is reinvested in Rocinha residents. For foreign tourists, Rocinha reflects 2 sides of Brazil, the glitz and glamour of Carnival and its beaches. On the other side is the life of ordinary workers. And perhaps the biggest question of all remains, how far can a nation go if the gap between rich and poor remains the gap between opportunity and despair? Number 7. Nightlife in Brazil. Nightlife in Brazil is an integral part of urban culture. In Rio de Janeiro, the Lapa district is considered the country's most vibrant music hub. The Arcos da Lapa Bridge, built in the 18th century and formerly a colonial aqueduct, has become an iconic symbol of the city. The area around the bridge boasts over 200 bars and samba clubs operating almost all night. Popular venues like Rio Cenarium, Lapa 40 Graus, Bar da Lapa, and Leviano Bar attract thousands each night. With entrance fees ranging from just $4 to $14, much cheaper than nightclubs in the US, Brazilian nights are among the most accessible music parties in the world. The music here is a blend of traditional samba and modern funk, reflecting the energetic spirit of the people of Rio. In São Paulo, the nightlife reflects the character of a creative metropolis. The Vila Madalena district is a focal point thanks to its vibrant graffiti walls and bustling rooftop bars. It's a meeting place for artists, students, and city youth, creating a relaxed, less touristy, and more authentically local atmosphere. Away from the big cities, rural Brazil is a completely different world. At night, there's no electronic music. Instead, you hear accordion music and forró dances under the moonlight. People don't go to bars, they gather in red earth courtyards, drinking coffee, singing, and dancing until late. Each dance tells a love story. Each song speaks of harvests and nostalgia. Here, parties are moments when the whole village enjoys simple pleasures under the warm glow of lights and the echoing drums of the rainforest. In Salvador, music is intertwined with religion and culture. This city is the cradle of samba reggae and Afro-Brazilian rhythms, hosting over 300 street events each year, such as Carnival and Festa Junina. The drums, festivities, and candomblé rituals create a connection between faith and daily life. For Brazilians, nighttime music is not just for dancing, but for feeling. Music has almost become a second religion, where people express their identity and connect with each other, transcending all boundaries of wealth and poverty. Number 8. Brazil and its strange installment payment culture. In Brazil, installment purchases are not only common, but have become a natural part of daily life. From phones and washing machines to restaurant meals, people can split their payments into multiple installments. According to consumer surveys, the average Brazilian is paying for 5 to 6 items at once. If a store doesn't offer installments, the risk of losing customers is almost certain. Prices in Brazil are notoriously high. A phone that costs $1,000 in the US can sell for over $2,000 here, while cars are typically 50 to 80% more expensive than in Europe. This is due to high import taxes, shipping costs, and a complex administrative system that drives up prices at every stage. Even domestically produced goods aren't cheap due to energy costs and overlapping regulations. In major cities like São Paulo or Rio de Janeiro, the average income is only about $400 to $600 per month. With low incomes and high prices, installment payments become the only option for people to maintain a stable standard of living. Payments are typically spread over 6, 10, or 12 months, and the phrase 10 times 100 reais has become a common advertising tactic in shopping malls. Banks and retail chains capitalize on this habit to extend credit and increase sales. Brazilians almost entirely associate consumption with the ability to pay in installments, a model that benefits both sellers and the financial system. In smaller towns, the classic form of buying on credit persists. Shop owners record the debt in a ledger, and customers pay when they have the money. No contracts, no interest, everything is based on trust and honor. This system has been maintained for generations, reflecting the strong community bonds and mutual support of the people. The concept of a granel, buying by the gram instead of by the package, is also characteristic of Brazil. In these types of supermarkets, people can buy 3 teaspoons of coffee, 100 grams of laundry detergent, or a few spoonfuls of oatmeal and pay according to weight. This method is strange but extremely practical. The poor save on daily expenses, while the rich choose it because it reduces plastic use and protects the environment. According to the Brazilian Supermarket Association, a granel, goods account for 12 to 15% of the total dry consumer goods nationwide. Buying less, avoiding waste, and no packaging. That's the Brazilian philosophy of moderate but smart consumption. Number 9. Must-try dishes in Brazil. Brazilian cuisine is a convergence of history, culture, and regional identity. The country's most famous dessert, brigadeiro, emerged after World War II amidst ingredient shortages. People creatively combined condensed milk, cocoa, and butter to create a soft, fragrant candy. The name Brigadeiro comes from presidential candidate Eduardo Gomes, who was supported by Brazilian women who sold this candy to raise funds for his campaign. Although his campaign was unsuccessful, the candy became popular throughout the country and a symbol of simple joy. To this day, Brigadeiro is still present at most Brazilian children's birthday parties. Feijoada, the famous black bean stew, is considered the national dish. Its origins are linked to the era of slavery, when Africans used cheap meat parts like pig ears, tails, and bones to cook with black beans. Over the centuries, the Portuguese added sausage, vegetables, and spices, transforming the dish into a fusion of African, European, and American cultures. Today, feijoada is often enjoyed on Saturdays, served with white rice, oranges, and roasted cassava flour. Another icon of Brazilian cuisine is pão de queijo, a small cheesecake with a light, crispy crust and a soft, chewy interior. Made from cassava flour and Minas cheese, it boasts a distinctive, slightly creamy flavor. Pão de queijo is so popular that it can be found everywhere, from humble cafes to domestic flights. Finally, there's moqueca, a seafood stew that has existed for over 300 years. The dish originated from Africans brought to Bahia and Portuguese settlers in Espírito Santo. Each region created its own version. Moqueca Baiana uses Dendrocalamus palm oil and coconut milk, while Moqueca Capixaba uses olive oil and tomatoes. Fish, shrimp, or crab are slow-cooked in earthenware pots without added water to preserve the natural sweetness of the sea. When the pot is opened, the aroma of the sea blends with the distinctive scent of the earthenware. Today, more than 80% of seafood restaurants in Bahia serve this dish, and moqueca is recognized as an intangible culinary heritage of the Northeast region by UNESCO. Number 10. Unique festivals in Brazil. Brazil is known as the land of festivals, where music and color are an integral part of its national identity. In the Amazon region, Parintins is one of the world's largest performance festivals. Held at the end of June in the city of the same name, it attracts over 35,000 live spectators. The event recreates the showdown between two legendary bull teams, Boi Garantido and Boi Caprichoso. The Bombódromo Stadium transforms into a vast stage for 3 consecutive nights, where thousands of people in vibrant costumes perform music, dance, and stories of indigenous mythology. Because the two teams use contrasting red and blue colors, the festival is often called the Amazon's Battle of Colors, symbolizing the region's cultural pride. In Rio de Janeiro, Carnival still holds the title of the planet's largest festival. Each day of the event draws over 2 million people to the streets. Samba schools bring together 2,000 to 4,000 dancers, performing in elaborate costumes weighing dozens of kilograms, creating an iconic image of Brazil. The parade lasts all night in the Sambadrome, accompanied by drums, fireworks, and the rhythm of traditional samba. This festival is similar to Mardi Gras in New Orleans, another famous version in the United States. In Salvador, Carnival has its own unique style. Music takes place on Trio Elétrico, music floats, where artists perform live among the moving crowd. There are no barriers or grandstands. Everyone mingles together, reflecting a spirit of equality and community cohesion. Festa Junina, held in June, is a traditional festival honoring St. John. People wear rural costumes, dance, light bonfires, and hold fun mock weddings. The festival combines European religious elements with the joyful spirit of Latin America, becoming a symbol of Brazilian village memories and family bonds. Number 11. Mysterious places in Brazil. About 35 kilometers off the coast of São Paulo, amidst the Atlantic mist, lies Ilha da Queimada Grande, a place Brazilians call by a much more chilling name, Snake Island. No one is allowed to set foot on this island except for specially licensed scientists. The reason is clear. Dozens of venomous snakes can be found per square meter, making it the most densely populated snake area in the world. The only species living on the island is the golden lancehead, a species unique to Queimada Grande. Its venom is capable of tissue necrosis and death in minutes. Thousands of years ago, when rising sea levels separated the island from the mainland, the snake population became isolated and evolved independently to adapt. Without large prey, they developed extremely potent venom to take down birds flying over the island in an instant. Local legends say sailors once lost their lives trying to reach the island in search of treasure or to harvest bananas. They believe the white figures lurking in the jungle are the spirits of those trapped. In fact, the Brazilian authorities have completely closed Snake Island to protect the endemic snake species and prevent potential disasters for humans. More than 200 kilometers southwest of the island, amidst the mountains of São Paulo state, lies Caverna do Diabo, the Devil's Cave, one of the largest cave systems in South America. The cave is nearly 200 meters deep and stretches for over 6 kilometers, with giant natural rock formations that locals believe are the remains of people petrified by an ancient curse. The sounds echoing within the cave, whistling wind, dripping water, and the humming of rocks make many believe they are hearing the voices of trapped souls. Although scientists explain this as an acoustic resonance phenomenon in the limestone cave, the legend continues to be told from generation to generation. Today, Devil's Cave is recognized as a natural wonder and a prominent spiritual tourist destination in Brazil. Along with Snake Island, it shows that there is sometimes a very thin line between natural beauty and fear. Number 12. Travel tips for tourists. When traveling in Brazil, especially in major cities like Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo, tourists should be particularly aware of petty theft. At crowded tourist spots and beaches, carrying large amounts of cash or valuables is discouraged, and personal belongings should always be kept within sight. Many thefts occur in broad daylight, so locals often ask friends or neighbors to watch their belongings while at the beach. This practice reflects the community spirit and mutual trust among Brazilians. Many beaches even have safety circles, where groups of people take turns watching each other's belongings. For transportation, Uber and the 99 app are considered safer options than hailing taxis on the street. These apps have driver identity verification, GPS tracking, and electronic payment systems, reducing the risk of being overcharged or scammed. Some tourist areas even recommend that visitors use apps instead of traditional taxis to avoid extra charges. At markets, tourists should ask for prices before deciding to buy and should bargain politely. Brazilians are very friendly, but they also appreciate straightforwardness and clarity in communication. Therefore, tourists should politely decline offers of help from strangers, especially if it involves money or personal belongings. Some scammers may pretend to assist tourists with ATMs or currency exchange to find opportunities to steal information or property. Number 13. Tourist attractions in Brazil. Located on the border between Brazil and Argentina, Iguazu Falls is considered one of the world's greatest natural wonders. The complex consists of over 270 large and small streams stretching approximately 2.7 kilometers with an average height of over 80 meters. The most striking feature is the area known as the Devil's Throat, where a massive volume of water plunges down a deep U-shaped gorge, creating a resounding roar that can be heard from afar. The water flow can exceed 1,500 cubic meters per second and intensifies during the rainy season. Surrounding the falls is a pristine subtropical forest, home to over 2,000 plant species and nearly 400 bird species, including the region's characteristic large-billed toucan. Due to its exceptional ecological value, both Iguaçu and Iguazu National Parks are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Thousands of kilometers north of Iguazu Falls, Lençóis Maranhenses offers a different kind of Brazilian natural beauty. This national park, spanning over 1,550 square kilometers, comparable in size to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in the United States, welcomes millions of visitors annually. It is notable for its white sand dunes interspersed with thousands of pristine lakes that form seasonally. This desert with lakes phenomenon occurs because the clay layers beneath trap rainwater. Changing light causes the lake's surface to shift in shades, from blue to turquoise to pale yellow. Lençóis Maranhenses is on UNESCO's shortlist and is considered a strong candidate due to its rare geomorphological features and stable natural regeneration. Further west, the Amazon rainforest, located in Brazilian territory, covers nearly 60% of the entire Amazon region and stretches across 9 states. Here, researchers have documented more than 120,000 species of organisms, with many new species discovered each year. The Central Amazon Conservation Complex, encompassing Jaú, Mamirawa, Anavilhanas, and Amana, was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2000. It is a vital biological center of the Amazon, where the more than 6,400-kilometer-long river flows through, carrying far more water than other major rivers and sustaining hundreds of indigenous communities. Number 14. Living cost in Brazil. The cost of living in Brazil varies significantly between urban and rural areas. In central São Paulo, rent typically ranges from $600 to $900 per month, while in smaller towns it fluctuates between $250 and $350. This difference clearly reflects the characteristic disparity between urban and rural life. If cooking at home, a family can spend around $100 to $150 per month, while eating out doubles the cost. Public transport fares are approximately $1 per ride, and total monthly expenses are usually between $80 and $120. This is considered reasonable compared to the average Brazilian income of $400 to $600. For those living in São Paulo or Rio de Janeiro, spending between $1,000 and $200 per month is considered comfortable. In smaller towns, around $500 is usually enough to cover basic needs. Number 15. Conclusion. Brazil is a country where opposites coexist, from opulence and poverty to modern cities and pristine rainforests, from chaotic hustle and bustle to vibrant festivals. This land can take you from bizarre cults believing in extraterrestrial beings to mysterious lakes that disappear seasonally, from boisterous samba nights to the peaceful lives of tribes deep in the jungle. Each region reveals a story of how people seek joy, survive, and maintain their identity. If this journey surprises you, please like, subscribe, and comment on what amazed you the most, because in Brazil, even the seemingly ordinary can become extraordinary.